Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to BGP. We welcome you today and hope that you will subscribe and follow us on YouTube. We encourage your comments. Today's topic actually is a new little segment that we're going to start. It's called A's Q&A. So I have a question that I'm going to pose to my ladies here. And we encourage you to also participate by sharing your answer in the comment section. So we're going to jump right into it. So how loyal of a friend are you? How loyal of a friend are you? And I have a scenario to go along with this. So I want you guys to listen very closely. Okay. You and your girlfriends decide to go to Palm Springs for a weekend of relaxation and fun and the spa and everything. One of your friends is unable to attend because she just had chemo. She's recovering from breast cancer, and so she's doing chemo. During the time you're there, you're having fun. You're calling, checking on her just to let her know that you're thinking of her. And you guys are hanging out at the hotel by the pool, and you happen to look over and you see your sick friend's husband frolicking around with a young lady. Beautiful young lady, as if that matters, but a young lady nevertheless. Okay. And they're kissing and being very intimate, and you see this. And what do you do as a friend? That is my question today. How loyal are you in that type of situation? What would you do as a friend? Neisha?
Oh, you start with me.
Yeah, I'm the Cancer girl.
Messy. Well, since I'm a Taurus, and you know we're bulls.
Ooh.
And we are loyal to our friends and family and people sometimes who means us no good.
Wow. Yep.
I would call my friend first. And I would ask her, what's good? Are you guys really good? Do you guys have, is there an understanding going on with y'all? And hear her out. And if she says that they have an understanding, I'm going to mind my business. But if she says, oh, nothing, why? Then I would tell her what I'm looking at. Because I'm not going to confront him. I'm going to talk to her because my loyalty is to her. So I'm going to tell her what I'm looking at and see what and advise, how do you want me to handle it? Do you want me to say something? Do you want to say something when he gets home? Like, what's the plan of attack?
So you would call immediately once you spotted it to
I
her?
would reach out to her.
Okay. And she's sick?
I would reach out to her.
Yeah.
Because my loyalty is to her. That's my friend.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Mo?
You said this is her husband, right?
This is her husband. I don't know why he ain't home helping her get well.
They may have
so I'm a Gemini. You know, we are very mental people. We're not very physical, but we can tear you up mentally. I, too, am very loyal to my friends. She's going through chemo. She's very sick. Me and my friends sit at the round table, and we've probably had the question, if I see your man out in public cheating, would you like to know? If they say yes, first of all, I'm going to check her husband. That's my friend. She's going through chemo. What I might tell her at that moment might take her over.
Thank you.
I don't want that to be my last thought. It's something deadly shit happened to her, I'm going to check her husband. And I'm going to let him know, strike one. If I catch you again, I'm telling. And I would hope that you tell her before I tell her. Like I said in another.
That's my stomach. Sorry.
Like I said in a prior broadcast, you have to be very careful about the advice that you give to your married friends. He might have been cheating and she never told us.
Yeah.
And she's okay with it. And like I say, sometimes when you bring things to the light, they have to act. Because I'm like, what you gonna do? Miss Bad Adrianne, the one to say,
right.
Whoop, whoop, then whoop, whoop, whoop. But too, you have to be very careful about when your friends say, yes, tell me. I'm about to tell you a story. And the story is very personal. The story happened to me. My girlfriend of 14 years, I lost her because I used to come over every weekend and spend the night at her house. And excuse me if I get a little emotional. I'm trying to get emotional because I'm getting emotional just thinking about it and get mad all at the same time. However, I'm going to try to make this story as short as possible. I used to spend the night over her house every weekend. She had a 2-bedroom home. That other bedroom was basically my bedroom. She had the dude. That dude came over every weekend. We were all supposedly cool with one another. Well, long story short, one day she went to school. I had spent the night. I'm in the bed. Prior to this, she had told me that he did not have any keys to the house. So I felt safe and secure there. It was even one time when I had a key, and she said, if I ever see his car there, don't use your key because I took his. Okay, no problem. Like I said, she went to school. I'm asleep. She also had an alarm clock at the side of the bed that never worked, so I never knew what time it was. Well, all of a sudden, I heard the bedroom door open and somebody say, I'm hungry. So I lay on I'm asleep on my stomach. I kind of, shake up out of my sleep, kind of groggy, and say, first of all, you need to knock and wait for somebody to say, come in before you open this door. He said again, I'm hungry. I said, why didn't you get something before you got here? He said, because I like my food cooked. I said, I'm not your broad. He said, and I want you to listen very carefully. You don't wear no clothes to sleep. And it's true. I sleep naked. Now you know something about Ms.Lishey. So, out of respect for her home, I'm going to have pajamas on. Once I get in that room, behind closed doors, that shit coming off. And so the pajamas was on the side of the bed. Once he said, you sleep naked, he closed that door. But see, I'm still kind of sleepy, right? Well, something said, get up and put the pajamas on.
Right.
And I did. I got back in the bed. I heard him talking to a homeboy, talking about his boat and his motorcycle. And I can tell you who he is, and you probably know who he is, Adrianne. And what he was trying to do with his life, blah, 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 blah. And somehow I drifted back off to sleep. The next thing I know, I'm on top of him with my mouth on his chest. And my head is... I'm like, hey, wait a minute, stop. What the hell is you doing? And he's like, I always wanted you, blah, 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 blah. So my mouth is still on this man's nipple, right? And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. We can't do this. This is my friend. Just like my sister, this 14 years. This is like my homegirl. Yes. And he's got his eyes closed and he's, I just want you so bad and blah, 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 right? And I'm still like, hey, open your eyes, goddammit. This can't go down. He said, I'm about to get graphic, I want you to stroke this big black cock. And he had me, so I'm like this. So he had me by the back of my head. So I said, okay. Hit him one time. I hit him 2 times. When I hit him that 3rd time with my hand, he said, oh yeah, that's it. And I broke loose, right? Broke loose. I run into the bathroom. I can't lock the door because our house is being remodeled. So there's no lock on the goddamn door. So now I'm in the mirror like, what the hell just happened? I ain't washed my face. I ain't brushed my teeth. Oh, and he had his tongue all down my throat too, right? So, long story short, I get in the kitchen. I'm washing dishes. He's still talking about, let's go on a trip and let's go down the coast on a motorcycle and I want to take you to Anita Baker. And I can't tell you the particular of this story, but I couldn't leave her house. But I'm washing dishes. When she came home, and her first clue should have been that I'm washing dishes because I never washed anything in her house. Right. She said hi. He said hi. She kind of looked, but she didn't think nothing, you know. They went to the room. I got sick. Now, normally I stay 4 or 5 days over there. I got sick. I called my friend. Hey, let me come through. He was like, cool. I go in there. I tell her, I got to go. She was like, oh, you not staying? I said, nah, I don't feel good. I'm lying, right? But she in the bed with him, and I really want to be like, get out the bed. Yeah. But I don't know what to do.
Right. Stop.
So I give him my car. I go to my friend's house. We do what we do. He probably thought, you know, I busted out crying. He thought he really put it down.
Yeah, right,
I busted out crying. So I went home. When I got home, I took a shower. When I went to put lotion on me, I had red scratches all on my back, right? I get to work. I'm doing my client. And then I confided in one of my coworkers. I took her outside, and I said, look. And I kind of told her what happened. I said, do I tell? She said no. Hold on. This friend of 14 years, we had this discussion. Tell, right? Okay, so I'm trying to get a second opinion. She said no. I said, okay. I get back in the shop. I'm doing my client's hair. My cell phone ring.
It's her.
It's him. And I never gave him my freaking number. Name and all, right? I look. Hello? How you get my number? He said he called me. He called himself from my phone.
Oh, he had that plan.
He was like, why you leave? I'm like, click. I still got to do my client's hair. Put my client under the dryer, run back outside. Call my other homegirl. Now this is this kind of situation. These my girls. I tell her what happened. She's like, damn, I knew he was scandalous. She said, I stopped going over there because when I would go over there, he would be in his drawers. And I would ask her, do you think it's appropriate for him to be in his drawers? She didn't see nothing like it. I mean, kind of, you know.
See anything wrong with it.
See anything wrong with it. And she said, I stopped coming over there. I said, do I tell? Now, we like thick as thieves. She said, no. I go back in. I'm doing my customer. The phone ring again. It's her. She said, nah, Mona, you spend the weekend over our house every weekend. You got to tell it. I said, damn. Right then and there, I knew I just lost my best friend.
You knew it wasn't going to go well.
I knew it. Finished my client, got in my car. Now, I'm an hour and a half away. I hit her. Hey, I'm coming back and we need to talk. She was like, well, are you okay? I'm like, nah. Tell me what's wrong. I said, nah, I want to tell you to your face. I said, I'll be back in an hour. Get home, sit down for a minute, take another shower, rechange, drive to L.A. When I get to L.A., his car in the front of the house. I call her, hey, meet me around the corner. She met me around the corner. Soon as she jumped in the car, she's like, tell me what's wrong. Tell me what happened. I'm like, nah, let's wait. Let's go have a drink. I don't want to have a drink. Let's just sit back and chill. Because here's the thing. When you got to tell your friend something like that, that's like telling your friend her child died. That's telling her some tragic stuff, right? Whether your friend said that was her dude, that was her number one or whatever, don't no other woman want to know that her dude hit on her friend. And you know that we've all been in scenarios where we're couples and we come to the party and your dude might be like, damn, Mona, if I ain't with you, if I wasn't with A, I try to get with you, and we laugh it out. Ooh, Mona, Adrian, Neisha dude might say, oh, you looking cute to that girl. Watch out. And we be like, well, you better stop playing. But they never fucking cross that goddamn line. Mm-hmm. That's some ghetto shit. Yeah. He's a nigga. Yeah. I'm sorry. I got to say it how I say it because I'm still pissed off about it. Because I lost my friend. Yeah. Okay. So I come back, I tell her. She fall out, right? Why me? I'm like, F that. That's a nigga. That's a dog. That's something that you read about in one of them urban books. That's something that you hear about. Who would think that this would happen to us? Right. It ain't had nothing to do with you. That's him. Absolutely. And he called me again, and I said, why'd you do this? He said, because I'm a nigga. That's what he told me, right? Wow. Okay, long story short, fast forward in here, some months went by, we really ain't talking. And she never asked me, how did I feel? Yeah. But I was willing to take one for the goddamn team, because that's what friends do. Exactly. But she never said, how you doing? So periodically, I'm calling them. Remember, I come to the house every weekend. So periodically, I'm calling, I'm checking in. She real short. Well, it got to be around Mother's Day, and we usually spend Mother's Day together. She said she was going to Arizona, right? Finally, she was like, how you doing? After some months, I'm good. Well, every time I go to L.A. and I live an hour and a half away, ain't no way I'm not stopping at Neisha's house. Mm-hmm. Ain't no way I'm not stopping at Adrian's house. Mm-hmm. I stopped by. I knocked on the door. I gave her a joint. I said, you need to smoke this to clear your mind. And I walked off. Mm-hmm. She said, oh, you're not coming in? I said, no, I'm good. She was like, no, come in, right? When she opened the door, she was shocked, though. She was like, oh, shit, it's Mona. Wow. Well, when I get in there, she in there with another dude, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm feeling all antsy because I'm like, shit, I know him. Right. You know, because she, like Adrianne, she juggling. Okay. I don't know to speak to him because I don't know how to speak because it might sound like I'm trying to get at him too. So I'm like, hey, I'll come back. He was like, nah, Mo, you can stay. Mm-hmm. I'm getting ready to leave. So we sit down there and she's playing all the old love songs. And D'Angelo come on. Why are you cheating with my woman? Shit. You know that song? I start singing the shit, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you know that song? I'm like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. So we get to talking. Long story short, I asked her, did she see him? Did she talk to him? She said, yeah. He said it was mutual. I said, how was it mutual if I was fully dressed? Yeah. How was it mutual when I was asleep? How was it mutual if I didn't even wash my face and brush my teeth or take a shower? How was it mutual? So we going back and forth and blah, 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 blah. So I said, no, she said, I would hate for something like that to happen to you. And nobody believed you, but I wasn't there. That hurt. I started crying.
That hurt. She believed him.
She did.
She went to the bathroom.
14 years of friendship.
She went to the bathroom. I walked right in that bathroom with her. If you let me walk out this door right now, I'll never fucking speak to you again. She let me walk out that door. Yeah. I've spoke to her since because she had hurt her sciatic nerve skating on a skateboard.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing. Sometimes you are friends to people and people are not friends for you.
Facts. I learned that too.
Sometimes they're friends with conditions.
Yeah. Facts.
And wish no ill will on her, but you foul. Mm-hmm. Oh, we did something to him, but I won't discuss that. Oh. But you foul because I've never tried to talk to any of your men. And you chose, men say money over hoes. We don't really say that kind of stuff. So you ruined a 14-year friendship. We watched each other's kids. I loaned you money. We watched more, what's that Jerry Springer every night? We fucking worked together. I would have felt more comfortable if you would have said, I love the dick.
Okay.
I gotta have the dick, mother. I'm sorry if he tried.
But you gonna believe this nigga.
But you gonna believe him. So.
It's a hard place to be.
It's a very hard place to be. So what I learned from that was, let me backtrack. Because here's the thing, when Neisha said she would tell, you never want to get somewhere in the future and she find out and she come and say, Mona, did you know?
Exactly. That's why I said I would say something. Exactly.
Yeah. And see that, I don't know if that hurts worse than you knowing and keeping it a secret.
Yep.
Because see, my thing is I would give him the opportunity to tell. I'm going to let him know, I see you. Mm-hmm. I see you, just like you said. I see you. Now I'm going to go home, and when we get home, I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so, first of all, I'm wondering why his ass ain't there helping take care of her. But I'm going to ask, hey, what's going on? See if she kind of, leads on that she knew he was there or anything like he had told. And if he doesn't, I'm going to have to share if that's my friend. Like you said, we have probably had these conversations before that if you see my dude out, you better let me know.
Yep.
You better tell me. I want to know.
Yep.
And I think that loyalty is mentioning something. And like you said, you hope that it don't turn out how that situation is that you had, but golly. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't think I could live with that, knowing that I know something that strong and I share.
Not with somebody I'm close to. Not like that.
If it's any old body, bro, you on your own. But my friend, my girl, and she's sick.
We gonna talk.
Yeah.
We gonna talk.
Mm-hmm.
What's good?
Right.
Where y'all at? Do y'all have an understanding? I need to know before I tell you what I need to talk to you about. So, what's good with you and so and so?
And you said something when you were telling that story that struck a nerve to, that made me think of something from a long time ago. I remember when I was growing up that you didn't, if a man came over, like your husband's friends, you didn't let them in. You left the room.
Or you didn't let him in.
You didn't be a part of that
there.
conversation. Yep. You didn't. But nowadays, that's like different. I see women that will allow their husband's friend to come over and, oh wait, he'll be back in a little bit. He just ran around the corner to the store. No, you need to stay outside.
I've learned that from my mom.
You need to, me too.
If somebody comes visit my dad, he's sitting his ass outside until my dad gets home.
Not to mention, once they're having their conversation
she
too.
Leaves the
I don't
room.
know if this is just some old school stuff. I exit the room. That conversation doesn't involve me.
Yep. Absolutely. When I was with my son's father, they used to call me the warden. Ain't nobody getting in here.
Right.
He said he's on his way. You're going to have to wait outside.
Exactly.
And like you said, when they came in, besides being cordial and giving them a general greeting,
exactly.
Would you like something to eat or drink? That's man talk. I'm out of here.
Yep. Exactly.
Because I got another story for you.
Right.
So one time my son's father was out of town and he needed me to drop something off to his friend. Well, when I got over there, I dropped it off and he said, if you need anything, with a lot of sexual overtones, if you ever need anything. So I'm like, So he asked me to walk me to my car. And I said, no, thank you. So the next day, when my son's father got home and he asked me, did I do that? And I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, because he said that he asked you to allow him to walk you to the car, and you declined because you had another man in the car.
He put a whole twist on the story.
Oh, the twist was correct. I did have another man in my car, but it was my producer. I used to sing, and we were on our way to the studio, so a quick little drop off and keep on pushing. So I said, did he tell you he was trying to hit on me? Did he tell you he said if I need anything to give him a call? Gave me his personal business card. Since he was telling shit, did he tell that?
Right.
So now you're like, what? You know how they get after that. Make sure you tell the whole story when you're talking about me. Yeah,
I had a
situation. It's very tricky.
Right.
They used to think I was so mean. You can't get in here. You can't get in here. Just for that type of situation. You'll never say, oh, when I came over, Mona had on her t-shirt and her panties on.
That's right. Right.
You know what? So we're going to eliminate all that BS, and you're going to
stay outside.
Absolutely.
That's definitely one of those old school values that I really, really stick to.
Right.
And I had a guy who I told him about his friend hitting on me, who came up behind me, and he said, oh, he was drunk. I wanted him to handle that. You know what I mean? Not necessarily fight the dude, but check him or something. It just
So there's the double standard.
Exactly.
Could I have been drunk and ran up into your dude's crouch area?
Right.
and blamed it on
the alcohol?
Blame it on
the alcohol?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So see, that loyalty thing with friendship, it's tricky when it comes to stuff like that. I stay firm with, if it's my friend, I'm gonna let him know. You know, and with, not just with a situation like this, but with just about anything. I feel like I should, if we're friends, I should be able to tell you anything.
Yep.
And you be able to respect that. And believe me, because we're friends. Like you said, 14 years, ain't no way I'm going to believe this nigga over you.
And see, that's what I kind of said. I said, if the tables had been turned and my man had hit on either one of you, because here's the thing. She kept asking me the story over and over and over again, trying to see if I was going to switch up the story. The story stayed consistent. But like I said, here's the thing. I don't need to hear the goddamn story. I'm believing it right off the rip.
Exactly.
You don't got to give me no details or nothing. He did what? Let's handle it.
That's enough.
That's it.
That's enough.
Like I said, some people you have been friends to that have never been friends to you.
Man.
And I believe in telling my friends things, but from that incident, I'm very leery.
Yeah.
I really hope nothing like that happens.
Right.
That I have to tell either one of you because
Oh, no, you better tell me.
it ends friendships.
Yeah, you better tell me because I'll cut my losses
And I think
and move on.
Right.
Like I'm not desperate for dick. So
yeah.
it's a whole bunch of them out there. So
And-
I don't need to just settle for just one that's like super community friendly.
Right.
So if you got community penis and you sitting there trying to dip in my friends, clearly I'm not the one for you. So if you tell me, Neisha, he tried to stick his dick up in me, it's a loss.
Yeah.
I'm not going to attack him. I'm not going to fuck him up.
Yeah.
I may want to, but I'm not. But I'll cut my losses and keep it moving.
Yeah. And most women know they got a dirty dick nigga. You know what I mean?
You
They
know when you got community property. You know when he's community
their
property.
actions, the way they get down. You know, and you choosing to ignore it for whatever reason, but you know. And it is, and it kind of hurts too. I think there's a part of it that it feels, especially if it's your friend, like, oh, you looking at my friend like that? What's wrong with me? I don't know why I always internalize that way, but that's the way I would look at it, kind of like.
And people do.
But that's still my girl. I believe her.
People do internalize because there were some red flags. And see, like I said, I'm a Gemini. I'm very mental. I analyze things too much. That's why my dumb ass can't get to sleep at night. But there was one time where she said, hey, what's up with Michael? He was like, what you mean what's up with Michael? I want to introduce Michael to Mona. And he kind of looked at me and he was like, I don't want to introduce Michael to Mona. So me, I always go for the worst. That's just who I am. If it turned out good, it's something good.
Right.
And I was like, did he try to hit on me? I was like, no more, you be tripping, you know. And then there was another time when I was at the table eating and she was in the bedroom eating. And he said, are you eating? And I was like, yeah. And he said, you cool? I said, yeah, I'm cool. He said, if you cool, then I'm cool. So I'm like, and then he went in there and was like, you in there eating in the bed? And she was like, Mona eating too. And he was like, but she's sitting at the table. You sitting up here getting fatter and fatter and fatter. So, you know, you start laughing or whatever. So it was red flags. But you don't, this is my friend. You don't even think like that. That type of stuff happened.
Exactly.
So I'm like, he showed you. And a couple of more things happened that I'm not even going to mention because that's our freaking personal business. But, you know.
You
deep down, you know when something's off.
But the cool thing about it, she knew you was off.
Yeah.
She knew it.
Exactly.
You know, it's a lot of other dynamics that go along to the story, but I'm not telling you all my business.
Okay. And she probably thought he'd never crossed that line, but she know he dirty.
Yeah.
And
she knew.
And she had her suspicions of him liking Mona too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We know.
Oh
we
yeah.
know.
You see the little goo-goos and the boo-boos.
You see the flirt. You can know by how a person act around people that you bring around. Like you
That's
know.
when that women intuition kick
exactly.
in.
You know. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. Like
because there was a lot of afterwards. There was a lot of pillow talk. Because I'm questioning, how did I even get in the conversation?
Right.
So that's a warning sign. Y'all do pillow talking about Neisha. What you need to know our Neisha business for? Mm-hmm. Why you want to know all Adrianne's business?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to be pillow talking with me.
Exactly.
We ain't supposed to be up in this bed talking at all.
Right.
So why do you keep on inquiring about my friends?
Yep.
And see, that's some of the things that I found out afterwards. He pillow talking. Why is you questioning?
Right.
So you got to be very careful with these dudes. And another cold part about it was her mama and her homegirls, because she had homegirls, that was a little posse. Mm-hmm. That was like, hide your purse. That's a nigga.
Wow.
So they knew he was. But I guess when you in it, and the dick is lovely.
Yes.
Are you desperate?
Yes.
And whatever the case might be. But
you throw up the blinders on some shit
because
you
you want to.
Yes, exactly.
But like I say, we homegirls, be honest. No, I'm sorry. You gonna have to be mad at me because I need this right now.
Okay.
Right. You in a ratchet time in your life.
Right.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how long? Let me see how much time I got. How long do you wait after your best friend has broken up with her man? Can you ever get with her man?
For me, no.
Your friend?
Me and my best friend don't date the same type of people anyway.
What about your associate?
She dated him in junior high.
I don't think
you
that
married
counts.
him at 25.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, so tell me this. If it's not like a friend, but it's like a...
Come on, Portia. Go ahead, Portia.
It's not a friend.
That's why I love it.
Go ahead, Portia. Damn,
Okay,
cancer.
Let me set it up.
I know, right?
Let me set it up. So this is me ear hustling around friends of friends. And the conversation was, and I'm going to use y'all. Adrianne is mad at Neisha because Neisha got with Mona's ex-boyfriend from the 8th grade and married him. They have 2 children. Mona is married with 2 children. So both of them is living happily ever after. But Adrianne's still mad at Neisha.
But that's 8th grade.
8th grade don't count.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a juvenile record.
I'm talking like we grown. Like Adrianne dated John, and Adrianne and John broke up. And 2 years later, Mona, who is a good friend of Adrianne, is now dating John. To me, that's a no-no. That's a no-no for me.
Okay, it's a no-no for me too.
Okay.
But here's my question. Who are we to say that we can govern somebody else's happiness? Yeah. Who are we? And like I say again, I wouldn't do it. But I'm just throwing the question out here. Who are we to say or be mad because these 2 people found each other? We couldn't make it.
You know how they say it's bro before hoes? It's sis before dicks.
Okay, that's true. But I'm just posing the question out here. How long? Because here's my thing. If we all was invited to a party tonight and I came through the door and I seen my ex on the couch slobbing Adrianne down, I'm going to be like, start giggling and keep it pushing. I'm going to still speak to Adrianne. She going to still be my dog. I'm going to still talk to the ex because I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't have no feelings for him.
Right.
I don't want him. She like it. I love it. I'm going to wish you the goddamn best because I don't have no feelings
didn't work.
for you
Yeah.
no more.
Right,
it didn't work out for us. And I might be a different type of woman, but hey, live your life. Here's one thing you cannot do, though, Adrianne, if you sleep with my man.
Uh-oh.
Because probably you, Neisha, and I have got on the three-way, and I'll be...
Oh.
Yep. Exactly.
All that.
Exactly.
All
He
that.
did this, and he did...
Exactly.
And y'all consoled me. You came over. We ate some
Yes.
ice cream.
Exactly.
We went and had a
That's
drink.
different.
You gave me some advice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
feel you
poured
on
my
that.
heart out to you. Y'all, we was all crying. We was all, fuck that nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were doing the things that women do
Right.
when they going through that
Right,
heartbreak.
yeah.
Right.
What you cannot do, when he do it to you, you can't call me.
Because you already done seen firsthand.
I gave you foresight of what
yeah.
type of man he was.
Yeah.
You can't call me. Now, you can call Neisha, and Neisha might give you some advice. No, you're going to give her
Girl,
some
you
advice
seen it.
because you the girl. And Neisha might call me and tell me what's going on. And because I am a giver, I'm going to give Neisha some advice to give to you. But you can't talk to me about that.
No, because I'm gonna look at you sideways because I'm gonna be thinking, how long were you sitting there looking at this man in that way? And I don't care if it's platonic; it just happened. I don't care. My mind, I'm gonna be thinking, how long were you checking him out like that?
Wow.
Was that when we were together, or you
yeah,
know
it brings
what I'm
a
saying?
whole
So
lot of stuff up.
I would never
Yeah.
trust you. So if you did that to one of my friends, even if she cool with it, for me, I'm gonna be like, nope, because I might be next.
Okay.
Nope.
But go ahead.
I done lost my goddamn track.
My thing is, this is a kind of realistic one. If it's a friend is like your ex-stylist, and you didn't even know she messed with the dude, but you end up messing with the dude too, and now y'all cool. I mean, like y'all not in a relationship, but y'all doing your thing, and now you see that she's starting to feel some kind of way. That's not my friend. I mean, she's an associate. She provided services for me, but is that still off limits?
She's your friend or associate?
She's your hairstylist.
She's my stylist. I see her every 2 weeks, or I was seeing her every month, or
and that's her. That's her ex.
She's not really ex. They just used to mess around.
And now you messing around with him.
Not me.
I
this
mean,
is
the
just
scenario.
a story.
Yeah. The scenario.
Right. You know, I always get y'all in trouble. Y'all get me in trouble.
So now you're messing with him.
Yes.
Did you know that he was messing with that stylist?
Absolutely not. Not until later on. How it came out, it was weird. I was around her and she was acting funny, and then another friend told me, "Yeah, she told me that you was messing with whoop." I'm like, what? This is just a scenario again.
Right.
Just a scenario.
One of your jugglers.
Scenario.
Right. And you still juggling. You still juggling. See what that juggling get you? Keep your ass out that. Juggling them balls.
I think for that, you can't do anything about that. You didn't know. But here's the thing about hairstylists. A lot of stuff go on in them beauty shops with them married women and them married men and the stylists and barbers. And that's a messy little type of situation. Mm-hmm. But I got my train of thought back. So here's the thing. Because you said, I want to know how long she's been thinking about that. Okay, let's my hashtag, let's play grown up, shall we?
Yeah, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So are you trying to say if you see my dude, and he fine than a motherfucker, you have never been like, God damn, he fine. If Neisha wasn't with him, I'd be trying to get with him. You ain't never did that.
But you're with him. So, no.
It's offline.
No.
At that point.
I'm saying, I ain't say you gonna get with him.
We both.
But I'm saying,
have we
if
seen
you
some
see,
have we seen some? Absolutely.
Okay, so
absolutely.
Sometimes it just happens. And sometimes they ain't been waiting in the cut for y'all to break up and so they can get with them. Yes, that don't happen like that all the time. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And I'm not saying that women don't dirty Mac, because women do dirty Mac.
I was just about to say, yes, it does.
It don't happen like that.
I've lost friends like that.
Sometimes it don't even happen like that.
Because they wanted a piece of the cake too.
Everybody ain't nasty like that.
Nasty.
Oh, there's some nasty ones. They'll do threesomes and all
And
kind
then
of stuff with the dude.
no, not. But I mean, they wanted him. Like they wanted him too. And then when they realized we was having issues, it was like, well, if you get rid of her. And and the cold part is I didn't find out till after we were done, and was like, well, so and so used to throw it at me all the time. Really?
Wow.
So no, there's some that be waiting in the cut, like.
Oh yeah, there are some.
And they'll listen to you and your sob story and everything, like, girl, you could do better. It's okay. There's more good. I would even, if I was you, I would just let them go, so they can just scoop them right on up, like.
Okay.
And that's why I say too, you got to be careful who you tell your business to.
Absolutely.
Even in monogamous relationships, because some people are scandalous like that. If another woman can tell you how to get your man down to a science, that ain't your man.
You ain't never lied.
So you have to be very careful about who you talk to. You got to know that when you come to Adrianne, she ain't going to be listening and be like, shit, because I do it like that. You got to have that real OG homegirl that's, really going to give you some sound advice and not just listening, so she can see where she can get in, where she can fit in.
Yeah.
Good question, Adrianne.
Thank you. So I think in closing, I just feel like if you are a loyal friend, loyalty runs deep for me.
Definitely.
If you're my homegirl, I'm gonna tell you, you might get and I'm gonna be very gentle and delicate the way I say it, because I know it's gonna hurt. But I think if you're really good friends, you'd be able to share that with your friend and tell her. Yeah. Anybody else got something in closing they want to say in regards to that?
Close your legs to married men.
That definitely applies here also. So
I would just say, most people say that how you get them is how you're going to lose them. That happens more often than it does. And even sometimes there are some success stories, but I just want to say that treat people how you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Golden rule.
Think about if you were in the position that you're trying to place yourself in and how you would feel before you act. That's all I got.
All right. Good. Well, thank you all for participating. If you have any comments, make sure you put it in the comments section. We appreciate you. BGP.
BGP,
we out. Bye.